When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. Now, as an old man, I realize the only thing I can change is myself, and suddenly I realized that if long ago I changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation, and I could indeed have changed the world. Tonight we recognize the efforts of our student athletes as they played a role in enhancing the lives of others, impacting communities, and making a change. Each of these individuals represents an Earlham College athletic program. They were not asked to perform community service projects, but took it upon themselves to better their surroundings. Some of them chose to remain local, while others performed services in their hometowns and other communities. In every setting and location, they made a change and enhanced the lives of others. Thank you, as you have made a difference.
Basically, what community service means to me is giving back to the community not only where you're raised, but where you're living.
It's something personal. I was raised in a community that never had that much, but it still had the culture of sharing the little things that we had and that we were blessed
What
with.
I love to do and what I'm really passionate about and what I've been able to connect with here at Earlham is really giving back to the community in volunteering at the animal shelter. I've always been a really big animal person, and so volunteering here has been an amazing thing. Not only to give back to the Richmond community, but also to be able to see dogs and animals in a daily setting.
We went around the community helping people that were older. We helped them clean their house, mow their lawns, things that they weren't able to do, things that they couldn't move because they weren't strong enough to move themselves. We were able to help them do that.
Community service has always been something that's been important to me. I grew up in a really small community, actually smaller than Earlham. My parents were always involved in the community, so that's always been something that they've stressed to me that's important. And so when I came to Earlham is such a tight-knit community. It just happened very naturally that I started getting involved in things on campus and in the community.
During my time with Bonner here at Earlham College, I've worked with Amigos, which is the Richmond Latino Center. I've worked at Cope Environmental Center. I've worked with Right Share of World Resources, which is a microcredit loan organization that gives loans to women's groups in Sierra Leone, Kenya, and India. I've worked with after-school tutoring programs at the Westwood apartment complex. I've worked with the Richmond Environmental Council, and right now I'm currently serving as a senior intern at the Bonner Center for Service and Vocation.
My community service at Earlham has mostly revolved around a project that I facilitated in my sophomore year called Food Not Bombs, which was an organization that is an international, national movement that attempts to provide food to the community in the most accessible way possible. So we bring together community by setting up tables in public places and preparing meals as a community and then giving those meals to that community.
I've been involved in community service here at Earlham, being a Spanish tutor. We had a group study session for 2 hours every week, which we had a couple students come to, in which we would help them with Spanish homework and help them immerse themselves in the Spanish language. So just speaking the language, writing essays, editing essays. Then we also had individual one-on-one study sessions where we would meet together one time a week for an hour with students.
So far I've been involved in community service in Ethiopia, teaching little kids how to read and speak English. And then while I was in United World College in Swaziland, I've been doing community service to to make a fundraise for a mission that helps mentally and physically challenged children that have been abandoned by their family. And then the other one was educating kids how to play sports and taking good care of themselves.
I began going to the animal shelter my freshman year here on Saturdays. And that just involves walking over there, and then you play with cats and puppies and take the dogs for walks.
It's a great opportunity to become a part of the community, the greater community of Richmond. I mean, when you're at school, you're frequently stuck in the grind of going to practice and going to classes with your work, and it's easy to not realize that you're actually a part of a bigger community.
Coming from a community where it's not a lot of people have a lot of money, so there's a lot of people that have needs that need to be addressed. And I feel like me being able to help these people is a good thing because it makes me feel like I'm doing something for my community and I'm a positive influence instead of being negative and being a hindrance. I'm able to help the people in my community.
As I see it, community service is a way to engage with the community and to learn about the community you're in and as well about yourself. It's a really great way to give back and also to kind of get to the root of a lot of the problems.
Community service to me is a chance to work in the community that you've grown up in and pay back in simple ways, just doing simple work and something that can provide back to your community that's positive for your community.
Community services, it plays a huge impact in life. It means more than just going out and help. It means in the sense of like just giving back, making someone else feel as if they have support in a sense of like someone that's not doing it for the money. And I don't do community service is not for the money. It's more for you have to have a passion of like actually helping those that are less fortunate, or like being able to make someone else's day just a little bit better because you decide to step in and give them the extra help.
I think it means showing all the opportunities that you've been blessed with, taking those opportunities and giving them to others, or just taking advantage of those opportunities.
Community service is, I think the best way to put it is just being able to help somebody out with the skills that you already have. So being able to teach somebody how to do something that they may not know how to do that can benefit them later on in life.
It took me a while to sort of realize what it meant to me, but not only does community service entail giving back to someone or something or a group of people and helping out, but it's also the help that you receive in return from working with these people. Yeah, you may do things for them, but in turn you're also doing things for yourself. You're helping yourself understand different points of view, different cultures, different people, and you're growing, in a way you're growing as an individual as well as helping other people.